decks, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started, because you know we dominate these type of strains. What is the most important message for you today on this check-in? What do you need to know most to walk your highest path for your greatest good angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides? Ooh. I mean, the energy, just be what the energy is: blocked, silence. What is the most important message, Spirit? Maybe it's silence and stillness is where you can find the presence of God. Blocked. You might feel like you're blocked. You may feel like you're not able to access certain aspects of the ethers that you are used to accessing. I always trust that there's a reason for the stillness and there's a reason for the silence. Lessons learned, blocked, silence. One of the recurring messages that have been showing up for the collective is that it's like when you get delusional or despondent, or for whatever reason you seem disconnected from reality, and you'll go on autopilot, right? Like it happens in life, to where life overwhelms you, or experiences. If you experience them, you feel emotions hit at heightened levels. To protect your mind, to protect your psyche, yourself will disconnect, right? And you're just on autopilot. That can be kind of scary if you don't have regimen and routine. When you go on autopilot, if your regimen is to wake up in the morning, fix you some tea, meditate for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then begin your morning routine, whatever that looks like for you, exercise, start your daily tasks in regards to work. If that's your regimen and routine, even when you're disconnected, even when you're going through times of radio silence, because that's what this feels like, radio silence with the divine, then your regimen will kick in. You don't necessarily need, okay, well, let me just keep doing what I've been doing until I get some new orders. And that's what this feels like to me. It feels like you might be experiencing radio silence. It does not mean that the Most High has left you or is like not connected to you in any way. It means that your regimen is supposed to kick in. This is what I'm tapped into. Third party. The card says love triangle, relationship, other woman, secret hookup. Give me more on this third party. Third party has to do with external entities and energies, expressing conversation, unblocking, hearing your voice. Blocked and unblocking. Third party. The blocked call with third party definitely feels like somebody needs to be blocked or somebody has been blocked. It also feels like to me that there is entities and energies externally that may be trying to block you from something. Lessons learned. What I'm pulling energetically is that if you have a routine in place, then whatever they're trying to block is going to come through you naturally. This is what I'm tapped into. Divine timing energy is out here with feminine energy. It's going to come through you naturally. You're going to do what you know to do when you're not connected to the source that sends you the information on what you're supposed to do next. You're going to do what you know to do when you feel disconnected from the source that sends you the information on what to do next. I do see a lot of chaos magic out here. I see entities and energies attempting to block you from receiving certain information that comes from a divine space. But it feels like naturally, though, heartstrings energies out here heavy on somebody playing mind games. Heavy on somebody playing mind games. But if this is not something that you're doing for show, your spiritual connection and your spiritual walk, if this is not something that you're doing just to make other people happy, if this is what you be doing, if you're not doing it for an image or for a facade, if this is what you be doing, then all of what you've been doing is going to come to the surface at the time when it feel like you can't do nothing. That's what this feels like to me. Know your worth. Divine feminine energy. Heart chakra. This card right here says heartstrings. Right? So there's innate connection that you have with the divine. It's like the etheric cord that comes from your belly button or whatever it is like that no external entity or energy can disconnect you from. This is what I tapped into. Heartbroken energy is out here with unsatisfied and hot and cold. It's a lot of energy that's showing up today that's oxymoronical. On this hand, on one hand it says this, on the next hand it says this. The most powerful thing, the most important thing for you to know at this moment is that you get to choose. You get to decide how you show up in this world. You get to decide who you are. This is what I'm tapped into. If you're doing it for a show, meaning let's say you participated in spirituality because you feel like it'll get you a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever it is like that. If you're doing it for a show, then when it seems like the divine doesn't show up, the mask will slip. But if this is who you really are, even when the divine is not showing up, you'll be seen listening and looking for that connection. This is what I'm tapped into. I'm tapped into the energy of somebody that you're really doing this. I also feel like you are intimidating, not even trying to be intimidating to other people who might feel themselves they feel like they have some type of status or some type of stature, so they may be sending you negative energy to affect your ability to connect with the divine. But the only thing that can stop you from connecting with the divine is you. This is what I'm tapped into. Bright and beautiful new beginnings is saying spring, March time energy is out here. I do see the energy, a third party trying to block something. There's a third party entity that's intimidated by your capacity, that's trying to block you from receiving something. They've used a lot of different methods, trying to, again, the energy, regret, guilt, remorse, these types of energies, dissatisfaction. If this is if your spiritual walk and your spiritual path is something that's true to you, then you'll know what to do even when it seems like you don't know what to do. But if you're doing it for clout, they do anything for clout, or if you're doing it so other people can look at you and say, oh wow, good job, energy, then you might be lost at this time. This is what I'm tapped into. Hot, cold, the Bible says choose one. It didn't tell you which one to choose. It said choose one so that God could know what to do with you. That's coming up here. You get to pick. You get to choose. Don't nobody really get to tell you. Sometimes we listen to other people and that influences us. But you get to pick at the end of the day. Know your worth and feminine energy. What it is that you create. Generator, operator, destroyer. What you generate, what you operate, and what you destroy. And heavy on this motherfucking energy that wants you to feel whatever it is, they trying to affect how you feel. We've been talking all week about belief and how when you believe in the material realm, you come into agreement with certain spirits in the spiritual realm. This is what I'm tapped into, so be aware. Heavy spiritual attacks going on, trying to block you from receiving something that's a part of your pure divine connection. But if you're doing it for show and if you're doing it for clout, then it may seem like you may feel disconnected from the divine, but if this is really you, you're going to just keep going through the motions until you hear the voice of God again. If you're doing it because you want to know God deeply, you're going to keep going through the motions until you hear the voice of God again. But if you want somebody else to look at you and see you and feel like what you're doing is so swell, then maybe you'll fall off. But at the end of the day, you get to pick. Welcome, family. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. The energy has been this way recently. It said radio silence. How y'all doing? I'm just waiting on the most high blessings by grace and not by what is it? By grace and not by merit. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Let's use this deck to see what energies are most prevalent at this time. Somebody wants to see you. My nose itching. Somebody can't see you. I don't know. I've been laughing. I've been having this it feels like a wicked laugh that comes up. You know, and there's a practitioner here. I'm not gonna lie and when I say that this is a man, bro. And rarely can I definitively say that it's a man or a woman, because sometimes women operate in masculine energy or vice versa. But this is a man. This is a masculine. This is somebody who was born with a phallus, who is intimidated intimidated, is that the right word? I think that what you're creating, and also it's like it comes from an unlimited source. Because when you're dealing with this entity, this person who houses an entity, we battle not against flesh and blood, has to re-up. Where you have a natural connection to source, you might live, I'm going to give you this analogy, right? If you live next to the water, then you only thing you got to do is cast your net, and then you'll always have fish. But for somebody who doesn't have access to that, they always got to go to the beach and go fishing, right? So it feels like something comes naturally through you what this person has to re-up, and that is what they are intimidated by. I'm not sure if intimidated is the it's affecting you, your creativity, your ability to create is affecting their bottom line in some way, shape, or form. And because it's the real thing, it's the well, they go that wicked laugh again. Because it's the real thing, right? Versus something that is like it, right? Actual person or somebody that's ish. You know what I'm saying? Brown or brownish. Red or red-ish. You get what I'm saying? If you pink, they pinkish. You get what I'm saying? And the idea of you showing up as actually and authentically the thing and their ish affects the energy that I was tapped into. Fusing this deck said it affects the people want the real thing. You know, if I'm going to select something, do I want the actual thing, the pink, or do I want something that's pinkish? I want pink, right? Unless I'm doing some, artistic thing, you usually want the real thing. And people seeing you operate in the actuality, they can easily identify that they are ish. They something like it, but not the actual thing. So rather than them becoming the actual thing, which is their most powerful path forward, but that's not who I'm talking to, they want to try to suppress you. Why? Well, because excellence is difficult. It requires excellence. It's not easy. Everybody can't do it. And so for them to actually be that thing, they would have to step their game up. They don't want to do that, so they're trying to suppress you. And I get it now. It definitely feels like it's a man. Well, no matter if you're a man or not, this is a masculine energy that is ish. They something like, hello, what you actually are. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. They ish. You know what I mean? And you are. And so if them being actually the real thing requires more, it requires them to go harder, better, faster, stronger, that would also be acknowledging that you actually are, right? So rather than them doing that, they want to just suppress you. The moon card energy is out here. It's full moon energy right now. I've been seeing a full moon outside my window every day for the past 3 days. Interestingly, I saw it this morning when I went to go check the mail. It's bright, broad daylight, the moon, okay? Because even in today's day, even when the sun is shining, you can still see the moon. Heavy on somebody wants you suppressed, heavy on somebody that wants you hidden. This card says, makes manifest the apparitions of demons, sets demons upon men, and destroys them with vices. So there's something about how your presence, it's like what they said, how did little saying go? Your light irritates their demons. Ain't that little saying? Little saying that say your light irritates their demons. That's what I'm tapped into. That's what I'm tapped into. Your actual being irritates the fact that there's something like it. This is what I'm tapped into, man. Four of Swords energy is out here and put you to sleep or put you to rest. You know what I mean? This is what I'm tapped into. Teaches grammar, logic, rhetoric, can make one appear like a soldier. Four of Swords energy is out here. There's a lot about your presence that puts a lot of illusions and a lot of suppositions is what the word that they say to my minds, but suppose it like, oh, I just assumed your presence put that shit to rest. The Chariot card energies out here, a lot of energies coming out in reverse. Sower of discord and slayer of men. It's like this is somebody that wants you to lose, or it's somebody that wants you to be counted out or be eliminated, but because of your path, the path that you're on, it has something to do with enlightening or enlivening the collective. So you want everybody to win, hello, but they can't cause you to lose, because the battle that they need you to participate in, you won't participate in because you want everybody to win. This is what I'm tapped into. 9 of Pentacles energy is out here because they can't fuck with you. They trying to send magic to your money. They don't want people to see you, and the only thing that it's doing is showing people how to go through how to get through all of the shit that they send into you. You doing it, everything's out in the open. You doing it out in the open. Hell, you don't give a fuck if somebody see you struggling. You don't give a fuck if somebody see you catching a bus because they know you go and get that money on. And guess what? It motivates people rather than people being turned off by what you present. They're saying, oh, I could do that too. Oh, I could do that too. When that's the exact opposite of what this ish person wanted, because they something like it and you the real thing. It ain't on you, it's in you. So a motherfucker can strip you down naked and disconnect and sever your connection with the divine, and you still push and you still pull, and that's what they don't want people to see. This is what I'm tapping into. Yeah, King of Cups energy is out here, that emotional control and what it look like when it's in action though. Because what this you know how I've been talking about, they want you triggered, they want you triggered, they want you triggered. What this looks like when you triggered and you in this position to where people are looking at you like this. You know, then when you go, oh, when you triggered, whatever your triggered look like, and people say, oh, well, maybe they can't show me what I'm looking for. Right? That's what this adversarial entity is hoping for. Some volatile reaction, whether you flip and flash the fuck out and get angry, or you cry and get sad, or you get frustrated, and like that girl did to that dog, whatever. It's that to ruin your reputation. But as long as you remain composed, no matter, and they sending fiery darts at your ass too. I mean, they fucking, they going low. They going low. They bringing low vibrational things in. You just like withstanding, and it's so formidable. This is what I'm tapped into. I like this energy. The Knight of Wands energy is in reverse. Again, they want to change the way people see you, change the way you look. They don't want you to seem like the person that can give people the directions, guidance. This is what I'm tapped into. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. I don't wanna play no games. Death card energy is out here, but you've gone through a major transformation and you have been invoking a lot of angelic forces into your life. And one of the most permeating messages that's coming through is that it's not a fucking fashion show. You're not doing it so other people can look at you and, oh, that person can give me guidance. You looking so you can find out the way to go. You're just not a gatekeeper. You're not doing this so other people can look to you and say, oh, my guide, you know, oh, no, you want to find a way to go for yourself. And that's what it is. It's not on you, it's in you. And the fact that it's actually in you irritates this person. That's something like it. You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm tapping into. King of Wands energy is out here with the King of Cups. You're not out here pretending to be this thing, or even maybe you are faking it till you make it, but you for real about it. This ain't just so other people can look at you and say, oh, he's king of the castle. Da, 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 da. No, you really want to know the way. You're sincere in your heart. They just something like it. These adversaries just something like it. And your light irritates their demons because your light exposes the fact that they're just ish. A little something like it. Ace of Swords, the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I did a reading last night about my sleep. Spirits say they can attack this, they can attack the other thing, but they don't say nothing about what the truth that you be telling. They might say something about how you look. They might talk about how you talk. They might say, oh, you don't have no degree or whatever the fuck since you got your degree. And you know every fucking thing, but they don't never say nothing about that truth you tell. They can't speak on that. As a matter of fact, they try to deflect and defer from that. That's what I'm tapped into. Excuse me. Baby wants some juice. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So the battle that they want you to get into, to try to prove that you're this and you that, when you want everybody to know the path. They want you to get into a tit for tat. My way is the right way. My way is the right way. You know, my way is the right way. You don't give a fuck about that. You're just trying to figure out which way to go. They want you to go through a back and forth about which way is the right way. And baby, you just trying to figure out which way to go. And people see you getting there. And they say, that motherfucker look like they know the way to go. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something to help. Say, that motherfucker look like he know what it... Shit, that motherfucker got to... He look like he might know where he going. If he don't know where he going, he gonna probably figure it out. The three heads is better than one. It's this type of energy. Controls weather, rain, lightning, curses, and causes pestilence. Your light irritating their demons. Your light irritating their demons. But it feel like to me, what they can control and what you can control is two very different things. They can't get into it with you when you want everybody to win. How the fuck you gonna find yourself going back and forth with somebody when you hope they get it right? Hell, if they get it right, they might show you some shit you don't know. That's how you see it. And they started trying to be in a tit for tat, in an information battle on some shit. Get the fuck out of here. The Empress out here with the Empress. The Emperor is out here with the Empress. Procures the love of a woman of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, and tells past, present, and future. You want everybody to know. They don't want everybody to know because they want to be able to capitalize off of what people don't know. Like I said, you the real thing, you the real deal, Holyfield, and they something like it. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps, you know, ish. Because they know what they want to affect, what they want to negatively affect and interrupt in your life has nothing to do with, it's vile, it's low, you know, but whatever. That shit ain't work either. Hello. Ha! I don't want to play no games. How y'all doing? Kia B. Oh, when you want to do subscriber readings, free subscriber readings? When are we gonna do them? Tomorrow? Later on today? Tomorrow? Later on today? Tomorrow? I wanted to go on Facebook today. I think I need to give y'all 24-hour notice. Tomorrow. Tomorrow your birthday? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Not tomorrow though. When your birthday is. We doing free readings for subscribers tomorrow. So y'all be there. Be there or be squared. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Lover. It's been showing up a lot for the collective. This energy of your paranoia, pronoia, whatever it is like that. There's this energy of union, partnership, support systems coming towards you. But I feel like you have some type of trauma that hasn't been healed, relationship trauma. And this is a catalyst for you to heal that relationship trauma. Hustle and flow. Right? 4 Pentacles, minor arcana, emperor, control issues, right? Preferring situations where you have more control and situations that don't require vulnerability. You are moving and elevating into a dimension to where vulnerability is safe, and you have to learn how to operate in this new dimension. If it was never safe for you to be vulnerable in the past because of the environment we were in, then that means this is something new. It's just like driving a car or flying a helicopter, right? You understand how to control a vehicle, but the mechanisms are different. That's what this feels like to me. You are about to be rich. You're gonna be rich. I really don't feel like this has anything to do with finances, even though a lot of times when you have a high frequency, money is a byproduct of having a high frequency. But I really feel like you're about to be rich in support, rich in connections, rich in community. That's what this feels like to me. And maybe, somebody got some money. Somebody in this community might have some money, whatever it is like that. And that benefits you in some way. It's not a bad thing. That's what relationships are supposed to be about. Mutually beneficial things. You giving your magic, you sharing your magic, you sharing your magic, and then making it manifest in abundance for everybody that's connected to it. The biggest obstacle that you face is, again, this relationship trauma. The idea about being vulnerable and sharing your magic, because in the past, you came across a lot of people who wanted to use your magic for their personal benefit without compensating you in any way. And so that's what you're healing at this time. Again, I like this energy. This experience is a catalyst. Either you're going to realize and recognize some of your personal relationship trauma. you won't bring that into this connection, and you'll find yourself in a very rich and abundant timeline, or you're going to experience this thing, and it's going to be the way that you kind of recognize and realize that you have unhealed trauma. And maybe this particular lover won't be the person that is the one that you spend the rest of your life with, but you learn about your relationship traumas. You can heal your relationship traumas from that point and move forward in a healthy way. Whether it's this particular person or this is a catalyst for you healing, you're about to heal your relationship trauma. Royal bloodline. I like it. I really do. I don't think that you'll like how challenging it is. It's learning something new. You're about to learn to speak Mandarin because you're going to Shanghai, baby. That's what's on this board. I like it. And you're like, you're in your life in the present moment. Maybe you don't see Shanghai as a part of your future. So you're like, why is this communication so hard? Why do I even have to do this, God? Why are you taking me through this? And then you find yourself in Shanghai with all of these beautiful sights to see, and you say, oh, that's why you made me learn Mandarin. That's why I had to learn Chinese. That's what this feels like to me. I like this. I really do. This experience is a catalyst for you to heal your relationship trauma so that you can be abundant and rich and not always about money. About damn time, God. Shit, I was asking finna get ready to cut you out. You know, it's about damn time. It is about that time. And you have gone through enough of experiences where you were the friend or you were the lover or relationship, whatever it was, you were the one who was given to the relationship and never really received. You're about to be on the receiving end. But you have to heal that aspect of yourself that's been traumatized so you can be vulnerable, because having your hand open or being willing to receive is a level of vulnerability, okay? Yeah, run the chaser dynamic. Yes. This is actually beautiful, right? Because Tom and Jerry, who would Jerry be without Tom? And who would Tom be without Jerry, right? Well, it's this type of energy to where you're healing the aspect of yourself that was taught not to be vulnerable through people traumatizing you or using you for your emotional power or whatever it is like that. And you're going to find yourself in a relationship where it's safe for you to be vulnerable and it's reciprocal. Shantae's got a man at home, and he's so good too. I'm sorry that your man ain't home. Are you really doing okay though? Tom wouldn't be shit without you. Kia B, thank you so much, baby, for your generosity. I appreciate you. Love and support. Paradise. I'm sorry that yours left you alone. Paradise. Happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase, abundance. I like it. This is very inviting energy. Somebody may be about to travel, going on a journey. One of the energies that I've been channeling lately had to do with tripping. We was talking about tripping. Somebody wants you to trip or triggering you or whatever it's like that. Trip, dimethyltryptamine, the chemical that's activated in your brain when you feel high. Trip has to do with like take a weekend trip. Let's just get in the car and take a quick trip, right? The trip doesn't, you usually don't schedule any accommodations. You don't have a hotel waiting for you. You just you might not pack a bag. You're going on a quick trip, right? I see you taking a journey, but I do know that somebody wanted you tripping. I do see you going on a journey, and we use the term trip, right? Dimethyltryptamine, getting high, not planning. But this feels like a journey, and when you think of a journey or traveling, you think of preparation, right? Okay, I know where my hotel gonna be at. I know what time my flight leave. I need to arrive here by this time. There's a little bit more of an agenda there, but somebody really wants you tripping. Your most powerful path forward is having a plan, bro. Like, and I feel like I say that so much that it almost feels like sometimes I don't want to say it when I channel it because I feel like I say it so much. 3 of Wands energy, it has to do with being organized and having an agenda. That's going to be because when you don't, the entity, the spirit that causes a person to trip is so much, it can get access to you so much easier when you don't have a plan. When you have a plan, at the very least, you know where you're supposed to be. At any given point in time, you can look at whether you're there or not. You can say, this is where I'm supposed to be. And it helps you with your trajectory. This is what I'm tapped into. Forgiveness energies out here, right? Like you can say, damn, I'm out of alignment. I need to get back into alignment, right? You can immediately, at any given moment, whether you coming back from a stupor, again, tripping, when you shake back, you can say, oh, let me get my shit together because this is where I'm supposed to be. But without a plan, without an actual agenda or trajectory, point of destination, you're going to be all over the place. Baby! And you got a lot of capacity. The power of your mind is not a joke. But if you don't have an actual plan, you're going to be all over the place. Why is planning scary? Because a lot of times you be late. When you make a plan, you'll realize how much you be late. Like, shit, goddamn, I'm supposed to be there about 15 minutes. Doesn't matter. Because also, the more you acknowledge that, damn, I need to be a little bit more up on it, the closer you can get to be right where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Interested in you, blooming romance energy is out here. So, the most powerful thing that you can do is plan. And you can plan for this paradise and you can plan for this abundance. Law of sowing and reaping. You don't have to just play the hand you're dealt, right? You can sow some seeds today. But it's like this energy, the underlying energy of, well, what happens if I don't, like what happens if I make the plans and the plans don't go through, right? You may have dealt with that a lot in life. ELD, thank you so much. You may have dealt with that a lot in life to where you made a plan to go out and it didn't go through, or you wanted to see a friend and you never arrived. And so you have trauma, around finishing what you start or making a plan and completing the plan. And a lot of times you just rather not plan because things seem to go closer to the way you'd like them to go when you don't plan than when you actually make a plan. Regret energy is out here. We've been talking about this motherfucking regret, this mind magic chaos being perpetuated, perpetrators sending negative energy to the collective, saying you should feel bad about what you didn't do in the past, or you didn't finish that, or you didn't complete that. Here it is. Okay, it's because what that'll do, that'll keep you locked in and chained in rather than making you feel like you can move forward. No regrets. I did that. Maybe I meant to do it, maybe I didn't mean to do it, but I learned from it. What did I learn and how can I apply it? You learn from your regrets in the past. That's what's on this board. Your most powerful path forward is to make a plan. You might have regrets around making plans. So what did you learn from those experiences and how can you apply that to your present plans? That's what this feels like to me. Disagreements energy is out here. One of the things that's showing up energetically is like, who all gonna be there? Like a lot of times your plans didn't go through in the ways that you expected it to, is because you was waiting for such and such, and you was waiting for them this and that, and you had to wait on whatchamacallit, right? So who all gonna be there? Or is it something that you are more powerfully inclined to manifest when you do it alone? That's one thing that's showing up. Reunion energy is out here. Or is there a certain person? Is there a particular group of people that show up, and when they show up, the plans go off without a hitch, but when other people are involved, things can be a little bit reckless. This is what I'm tapped into. Karmic relationship energy is out here. I like what's at the bottom of the deck. Unworthy. I like the energy. Why? Because Spirit is saying paradise and abundance is your birthright. You have to forgive yourself for the things that you've done in the past that make you feel like you are like locked out of heaven in some way. Unworthy, holding back, and reflection. You reflect on the things that you've done in the past and say, this is what I've learned from that. Apply that to your present. And as you begin to plan and sow seeds today that you will reap in the future, you account for the things you've done in the past. And that's going to give you some momentum in this thing forward. But the first step is forgiving yourself. That's what this feels like to me. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps your birthright. Paradise and abundance is your birthright. But if you got to sow the seeds. Sowing the seeds, you reap what you sow indicates that I know that I'm sowing these seeds today, and in a passage of time, it'll grow into a particular fruit or a particular vegetable or whatever it is like that. And it's like I don't want to say unsurety in the passage of time, because if you plant an apple seed and you take care of it correctly, then you'll get an apple tree and you'll have apples. Yes, but there's this idea, it feels like it's right here to me energetically. Regret, remorse. It feels like somebody doesn't finish what they start, and it feels like the energy gets pent up right here. And that fear that you'll start this thing and not finish it, and kind of like the fear around not getting what you want, is what's stopping you from planning. And what's stopping you and not planning is what's causing you to trip. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. You get what I'm saying? Not planning is what's causing you to trip. But it's the regret that you have around the failed plans in the past that's causing you to not plan. You have to heal the forgive yourself from the plans that failed in the past so that you can plan now. Because if you don't plan now, when you get in certain circumstances, you might find yourself tripping. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share. If I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Jeez. I love you. I am grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Exactly, Melissa. Exactly. Not traumatized from, let's rephrase it. Traumatized from the times in the past when you pursued your greatness and you didn't find it. Not wanting to experience the letdown and disappointment from not finding your greatness again. Right? Scared. Traumatized from the last time you tried to fucking find your greatness. Still feeling it because you still feel like you haven't got that greatness. Not forgiving yourself for the times when you haven't. And it feels like it's right here to me energetically. You get what I'm saying? Nuh-uh. God doesn't give us fear. Shit happened to you. And when you ignore what happened to you, that's that like narcissist projection, right? Like ain't nothing happened to you that just made you not want to do it, right? Shit happened to you. That traumatized you. And nobody showed you how to process your trauma. In ancient times and in indigenous lands, people went into, there was actually a part of the tribe where you would go to a healing person, and after you experienced trauma, whether it was somebody who you loved and cared for pass away, or you went through an accident, you would go off for a time and you would go to a space of healing, and they would show you how to process those traumas. You think you get up, you go through an accident, you get up, you go to the hospital, they heal the physical part of you, but the mind and emotions never get healed. Shit happened to you. You heal the body, you never heal the emotions, you never heal the mental. And you just expect yourself to be able to do it again? Hello? You've heard tell the people who got in car accidents. They got in car accidents, they never wanted to ride in the car again. People never been on a plane, don't want to get on a plane because they heard about a plane crash. You heal the body, but you don't heal the mind and emotions, and you're never taught that. That gets thrown to the side in this society for whatever reason. And then we wonder why we all crazy. Shit. Ain't nobody being taught how to process their mentals and emotions after they go through trauma. And then it gets stereotyped. You scary. Oh, you hard to deal with. Whatever, stereotypes people try to use to box you into shit. Then you get labeled. Come on, man. Not as somebody who was traumatized and needs healing, but as something negative, Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Oh, oh. Some more messages. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides who wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Five of Swords. No good ones. Shit, what you believe? We just came out of a conversation about mental, physical, emotional. You're a triune being. You're not just a physical body. You're not just your brain or just your physical body. Hold on. You have your trifecta. You're a triune being, right? When you believe something, in the physical realm, you have a belief. In the spiritual realm, you've come into agreement with something. That belief that feels non-tangible in the physical realm is quite a contract and quite tangible in the spiritual realm. This is what I'm tapped into. And I've been tapped into this energy for a while, to where the beliefs that you have, it's like, have you ever seen Puss in Boots? Remember on Puss in Boots, based on who had the map, who was holding the map, certain paths would open up. If you haven't seen Puss in Boots, go watch it and look for the part where he get with the other two people and there's a map. And when they hold on, when one person holds the map, it shows one path. When another person holds the map, it shows a different path. Do you think of that as your mindsets? When you have a certain mindset, certain paths open up to you. When you have a different mindset, different paths open up to you. Whatever agreements that you're making at this time, especially around relationships, it's kind of what's showing up most prevalently. No good ones. Contracts, whatever that looks like, romantic, platonic, business. Contracts, those are the paths that's opening up for you. So if you believe that there are no good ones, it could be goddamn cars. They don't have no good cars on this lot, then you won't find not a good car. And even the good cars that are there, you will overlook and miss because you've made this agreement that no good ones are there. That's what this is. Mixed signals. So, and there's it reminds me so much of the Puss in Boots because he was kind of like shifting his mindset. He was shifting his paradigm. And so the map would change. Based on where he was energetically and mentally, the map would change. And then when he came into the fullness of himself, the whole of the map opened up and he could see the way he needed to go. This is what I'm tapping into. Too risky. You're too sticky. Mind games, chaos magic, a mindset. That's this. Five of Swords energy, which is limiting your path. Like, this motherfucker gotta surf. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get to work every morning? Well, I paddle out about 200 feet to the nearest wave, and then I catch the East Atlantic current over to the next island, or whatever it is like that. It's like the paths, you're limiting your paths by your way of thinking. That's what's on this board. Demanding energies out here with age issues. Ooh, woo! And it's certain things that I'm sorry, I get emotional. It's certain things that's like viable that could be actually be what you desire, but you're locking these things out. You're saying that because this person is a different age, or maybe they're a different creed, a different race, or whatever it is like that, that won't be something that's viable for you when that could be your most powerful path forward. But you won't let yourself go down that path, not being you, because you locked yourself into some like stereotype or whatever it is like that. I'm from the hood though, like from the hood though, like really, really, really from the hood though. Okay, you could be from the hood. That ain't gonna stop you from where you can go. You can go anywhere. You could be from the hood and still go anywhere on this world that you want to see. Not being you. You feel like you're locked into certain travel destinations in regards to who you can become because of where you started, and that's just not true. You know, I remember when I first started reading tarot in a like public forum. I remember I'm from the South. I'm from the deep South, and I got a heavy Southern drawl. I think it's the most beautiful thing on the planet to hear a country person talk country. Anyway, I didn't want to give up my accent, but I have to understand that if I'm going to be understood by people that could be in that just learned English that's in another country, then I have to speak properly so that they can understand me. Can't let the fact that I'm from the South and I love that stop me from being able to go all the places that I can go. That's what's on this board. Anxiety. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Yeah. Sometimes we'll give ourselves an out, and that's what this feels like. It feels like you're giving yourself an out. You're giving yourself a reason to say that the reason why you didn't really do the things that you know you're capable of doing, you're not doing. This is what I'm tapped into. Two of Swords energies out here. And it's easy. It's easier. That's why people do it. People give themselves an out because it's easier. But if you open yourself up to more possibilities, then you will find there's a easier path toward this. Truth is what I heard in my mind's eye. Desire, manifesting, and materializing. You talking yourself out of a lot of possible opportunities, and you're locking yourself into certain dimensions. And your spirit team is saying, be free. Free your mind by any means necessary. You locking yourself out of certain opportunities. You locking yourself into certain things. Be free. Be free. This is what I'm tapped into. Six of Cups energy is out here. Nostalgia, childhood dreams, hopes, and aspirations, right? Like, because when you was a little child, remember the agreements that you made spiritually when you were a little child? You believed in fairies. You believed in the Santa Claus or whatever it was like that. You had these beliefs, and it made the world so much magical. Be aware of the beliefs that you have, and whether it's adding magic to your world or taking it away. And a lot about the beliefs that you have are spiritual contracts and agreements in the spiritual realm, beliefs in the mental realm, contracts and agreements in the spiritual realm that'll either open you up to unlimited possibilities or lock you in, cage you in, you know. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Up early in the morning, I jump shive. We can get a funky reggae and we don't know why. I'm smoked out. And all these hoes know I go by the name of Mr. Kango. I'm up early in the morning. Yes, I'm up early. You know, the never catch look Kango, for I'm up early in the morning. I don't know about that. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to get my body to follow. But after over time, when I free my mind, the body do follow. But sometimes my body's stubborn. I have to make it. Free your mind. Don't be so shallow. Be colorblind. Why y'all don't make music like that no more? That's why people don't have no spirit and no soul or nothing like that. They used to make something like, free your mind. Shit, you heard you. You heard that shit, you will wake up a little bit. Wait a minute. Let me pay attention. I rebuke that. We have heart. Hey, be ye the salt of the earth. What the Bible told your ass. You don't read it. That's why you don't know. Be ye the salt of the earth. If you don't feel like there's no heart out there, then you be the only one out there with heart. And if they look at you crazy, it don't matter. If they think you different than everybody else, it's true. You be ye the salt of the earth. We heard of line. I asked you why you ain't making the music. Not what they was doing. Yeah, we got the heart. You was just jamming that song? Free your mind. Don't be so shallow. I love my mornings with you. With you. Let me speak correctly. I love my mornings with you. Girl. Let's do some elements. Let's get ready for this day so you can go forth and be great. We're going to do Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, Lord. Nine of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, it's 10 Wands. Oh. Yeah, I did go pop. Bitch, that's me busting a bubble. That's what this is. Nine of Wands, something blew up in somebody's face. Ace of Wands energy is out here. Yeah, I did go pop. Bitch, that's me busting a bubble. I think that in all the best ways you surprise. Surprise, surprise. In all the best ways, people are like, King of Wands, heavy Leo, heavy Sagittarius energy, huh? 11 of Wands, that's 2 Wands. In all the best ways, there's a demonstration of the divine energy that flows through you. Queen of Cups energies out here. This is like, you don't have to say I told you so. Sun card energies out here with the Queen of Cups, but I do think that there was like a lot of 5 of Wands energies out here of contention around what you said you was gonna do. We've been in that Joseph and Dakota many colors energy feels like this week, and how dare you see your sun shining bright? You know what I mean? But you said your sun was gonna go shine bright, and something blew up in somebody's face. Yeah, I did go pop. You bust somebody bubble, motherfucker. They think. You know, they thought. Shit, that's what they fucked up at. You know, I think I'm feeling offended. You know, I remember earlier this week we were talking about, oh yeah, you're really funny. Yeah, I am funny. How did you not know that? Oh, you're really pretty. Yeah, I am pretty. How did you not know that? 5 of Wands energy is out here. So there was a lot of narrative and contradictory narrative around what you are doing. That's why I don't say what you're going to do. Just do it. Because I think that there wasn't an announcement or an assumption around what you was going to do. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Right? And people are like, you ain't going to never do that. You're going to be just like your mama. You ugly. You your daddy's son. That's how this feels like. And you are just like your mother, just like your father in all the best ways. Yeah, I did go pop, bitch. That's me busting a bubble. Right? A lot. That's what this is, right? Yeah, you know, people underestimated you. Evander Holyfield around. This motherfucker. People underestimated you, and they are finding out that bark come with a bite. Huh, Mike? I remember when Mike Tyson beat Evander Holyfield off, ear off. They realizing that bark come with a bite. Let me count these wands. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 7 wands. Yeah. They realizing that part, but so it's like a 7 wands. 7 wands is grab your torch and pitchforks. Right? A bunch of people coming together saying what you was gonna do, what you couldn't do, who you was, and what you was capable of, and predicting and prophesying. I rebuke that type of energy, right? Saying over your life what your life was gonna be. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No, 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 no. Hell to the no. The hermit card energy is out here, right? And so 9 angel number, right? Like I think that there's a lot of I told you so energy, but I don't think you saying I told you so. But it's like what's understood ain't gotta be explained, right? Like, Dara would be like when exactly what she said happens, she just kinda look and be like, and then people start everything that she said, other people start saying it, and she like, I said that 30 minutes ago at the beginning of the episode. Right? Is this type of energy where it's like I told you so energy, but I don't hear you saying I told you so. It's like, yeah, wow, I told you, bitch. But you ain't saying I told you. It's just like, you should listen. 9 angel number. This is what I'm tapped into. Where are we on these cards? Let me pull 2 more. The tower card. You was right. Bitch, you guessed it. You was right. That's what's on this board. And I think a lot of people did not expect you to be. You were correct. You were truth telling. You were honest. You were integral. You did what you said you was gonna do. Is this type of energy, and a lot of people didn't expect you to. The sun card energies out here. They may have even prophesied, lied, creative narratives. Sun card energies out here with the moon card, but the indwelling of the Holy Spirit is inside of you, and it's evident. Bitch, you guessed it. 6 of Pentacles energies out here. 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You told them, or it was. There's this 6 of Pentacles makes me feel like what's given freely is often not appreciated, and I feel like that's the lesson that you're supposed to be learning at this time. Like you gave it to them freely. You told them something that people refuse to see. In the New Testament, when Thomas said, "Let me see your wounds," let me see your wounds. And Jesus showed him his wounds. I think they was at the Last Supper or something like that. And Thomas was like, "Damn, it is you." And he said, "You saw and you believed, but it'll be better for the people who believe without seeing." It's gonna be some people who see and they believe, but it's better for the people who believed you without having to go through all of that. This is what I'm tapped into. The sun card energy is out here with the moon card. The indwelling of the Holy Spirit. Huh? Jesus told Thomas, you saw the magic and you believed. That makes sense. But for the people who had faith, for the people who felt the magic before the magic was evident, that's who it's better for. For the people who felt the magic before the magic was ever made manifest, those are the magicians, okay? 5 of Swords energies out here. Man, this motherfucking Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, baby, somebody doing all kind of magic, trying to sink your battleship. This is not a game. That's the problem. They playing games. They playing games for status and clout or whatever it is like that. Man, you really sent from God. You got people in your energy playing games for status and clout, and you really sent from God. And what happened to the Pharisees and the Sadducees when they kept fucking with Jesus? Yeah, but whatever. Just keep be about your father's business. The only thing you need to do, Divine One, is continue to be about your father's business, okay? And what happened to the Pharisees and Sadducees happens to the Pharisees and Sadducees, okay? Now, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, let's go. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path on here for the greatest good. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path on here for the greatest good. Temperance angel. 7 of Pentacles, Emperor card. It's not what you do, sometimes it's what you be doing. That's what's on this board. It's not what you do, sometimes it's what you be doing, my friend. That's going to make the difference. 414 angel number is showing up here, but the consistency, determination, resilience, all of these energies are showing up. Four of Pentacles energies out here with the Emperor. Minor Arcana Emperor, Major Arcana Emperor. Not some. It's not what you. This is like a system. Systems of structure set up that lead to establishing an empire. And as long as you maintain those systems and structures, the empire continues and expands. This is what I'm tapped into. Temperance angel energies out here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's not the quickest, not the strongest, not the fastest, not none of that shit. It's the one who endures to the end. That's what's on this board. The Lover's card energies out here. It's not what you do sometimes, it's what you be doing. Five of Swords energies out here. Why? Because when motherfuckers orchestrate and plot and plan and screen and what's the word? Strategize. I think I was trying to say thief, whatever it is like that. It was an S word, but it says string. Whatever they're doing to try to like sink your ship or something like that. When you are consistent and fortifying and establishing yourself, then when they try to come up against you, it's going to be, formidable to say the least. This is what I'm tapped into. Five of Swords with the Page of Swords and Six Swords. The Chariot card. Didn't you know I'd be about my father's business? The Lover's card is a question. Are you trying to please God or are you trying to please man? Are you doing it for the look of it? Are you doing it sincerely because you want to be an ambassador for the divine? If you are being about your father's business, doing it because you want to be an ambassador for the divine, then motherfuckers who come up against you, not coming up against you, Slayer of Jabberwockies, Alice in Wonderland, they are coming up against the power of God or the force of God that's with you, that sent you out on this assignment, right? Seven of Pentacles energies out here. I really do feel like 7 angel number with the Chariot card, like endurance, because you know how the Bible says you should not weary in well doing. That's what this is. It's going to be, can you endure to the end? If you're doing it for God, then it becomes a lifestyle. The difference between a diet or a lifestyle. If you're doing it for God, it's a lifestyle. It's not something that you're just doing for a few months to impress somebody. Like when you're trying to lose weight. No, it's a lifestyle. You're a healthy eater, you eat healthy. You'll be eating healthy for the rest of your life. Whether you win, lose, draw, you're still gonna do it. Those are the embodiments, I guess. Those are the like resolutions that you have to make within yourself. That's gonna make all of the difference in the world. Because a lot of these people that's coming up against you, they're gonna fall by the wayside. Five of Swords energies out here with the Page of Swords, that's Six Swords. When they recognize and realize that what you're doing is a lifestyle, and no matter what they try to do to come up against you, they cannot stop you. Remember how long the Mad Hatter had to wait at the table for Alice in Wonderland to meet him for tea time? When they realize no matter how long they do what they do, you're gonna keep going forward, then they fall by the wayside. Ace of Cups energies out here, and they press down, shaking together, and running over. Before then, but especially then, pressed down, shaking together, and running over. There's the magic of the power of God come flowing to you. King of Pentacles energies at the bottom of the deck. I like this energy. It's not what you do sometimes, it's what you be doing. That's what this is. The Fool card with the Sun card, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. A lot of prophecies, a lot of predictions about you not gonna have shit for a long time. You're gonna lose that job. You're gonna lose that car. You're going to lose this, that. You're going to lose that, the other thing. You hear me? They looking at what you have because they realize that all of this time they've been speaking on you not having those things and using those things as a reason to not respect you. So now they need a reason to not respect you. They was never going to respect you. You heard me? They was using all that shit as a reason to not respect you. Now you got all that, and what's the problem? You get what I'm saying? Now they're exposed. They out in the open and it cannot be hidden. None of that shit don't matter because it's in you. It's not on you, and if you was to lose it, you can get it again. But understanding this is going to be your most powerful path forward and locking in. It's not a fad. It's not a life fashion show. You're not doing this for other people to look at you and be impressed by you. This your lifestyle. This how you do it. This how you gonna be doing it. And if they're not trying to get down like that, they can get the fuck on anyway, because they already was just using nonsensical shit, materialistic shit as a reason to not respect you. Now what? Now you got all that and some. You might have more than them. They wondering. They still trying to find a reason not to respect you. They was going to find a reason not to respect you regardless. Perhaps in the past you made it easier because you was young, you was dumb, and you was full of cum. So you was out there doing the things that young, dumb, and full of cum people do. You understand what I'm saying? But now you got grown and you got some maturity in you. So now what's the reason? Man, they was going to do that regardless. They was going to do that regardless. I am so grateful for your generosity. I sincerely appreciate your love and support. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, let me know how that resonated for you. We're going to do Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You know, I guess I'm a tomboy and at heart, I don't know. I cannot explain it. I don't think that those things are impossible for me to get. Maybe it's trauma. Trying to hide myself and cloak myself because people used to always undress me with their eyes ever since I was very young and little. I don't know, right? But at the end of the day, I'm always going for a vibe. I just, my experience is my experience and I cannot control what my experience has been. But because of my experience, I'm always finna, I done been around some very wealthy, well off, prominent, affluent people that are deplorable human beings. And I done been around some homeless people that'll fucking give you their last shirt. So I'm always looking beneath or beyond that. Um, I think neatness in appearance, like being neat, is better than brand names to me. Because sometimes a person can have on all these brand name designer things and they still be like grunge, like a little need to wash their hair or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like musty a little bit, kind of smell like perfume and musk. You ain't never been around no rich people like I've been around rich people. Bitch, you been around, bitch, you smell like perfume and musk. You ain't to wash your hair today. I've been around some broke people that take a bath 2-3 times a day and hair be on point. They don't like a hair to be sticking up out their head. They might wear clothes from Walmart, but they neat. They're very neat. You go and they put up in their drawer, all of their clothes are organized, very neat, almost OCD type of shit. I've been around some rich people, you go in their room, bitch, and they got housekeepers. And it looked like a tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain. Say, what the fuck you been doing? Rich. I mean, seriously, like, finance is not free, financially free, probably is the best way to say it. Not worried about money like a nigga might be worried about money. But like, baby, let me go home. Take me to the hood. I know they got some food. I don't wanna eat. Take me back to my motherfucking house. I'm not gonna eat up here. You tripping. Who turn it is? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The devil card. You might just wagging their tail in your face. Girl, put your, gotta take your foot. I'm sorry. And just shove their ass. Don't do that. You might get assault charge or some shit. Do it in your mind. But it feel like somebody trying to hold something over your head, or like there's temptations, of course, but it's like, don't nobody want that shit. Anyway, the devil card. Self-imposed bondage. The devil card is the things that you think you need that you don't actually need, that usually hold you back from where you're actually trying to go. The world card energy is out here. The thing is, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're saying commitment issues, right? Or, like what I'm sensing is like completing something or finishing something, like, expanding upon something, maximizing, right? And they're talking about how you committed to bullshit in the past and maximized upon that bullshit. But then the things that will actually take you to another level, you're saying it's hard or it's difficult. And so there's like an energetic, it's like your spirit is going, what? You can do this, but you can't do that. Bullshit. You can do this, is what they're saying. You've done more for less. That's what this feels like. Sometimes you make shit harder than it gotta be. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you've done more for less. Nine of Swords energy is out here with the Seven of Swords, right? In situations and circumstances where that level of dedication and commitment was shown, but it didn't really amount to anything. You demonstrated it. You know, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, 9 + 7 is going to be 7, 8, 9 swords. So you got nine swords, right? Like, so yeah, if you really wanted to, you would. The Emperor card energy is out here with the Page of Pentacles. Four of Swords energy is out here with the Three of Wands, but there's this expecting somebody else to do for you what you should be doing for yourself. Four of Swords energy is out with the Three of Wands. You know, it's I see you growing up. It's like you want the Jordans, but you got to pay your rent. That's this energy that's showing up. And maybe you call your mom and you say, Mom, can you help me do with this? And your mom like, no, I can't help you this month. Or maybe you call your friend and you say, friend, can you help me do this? And your friend like, no, I can't help you this month. The fact of the matter is you should take it as a pleasure. The World card with the Devil card. You should think that I get to do this for myself. It shouldn't feel like something that you want to put on the back burner. And that's what's going on mentally. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords. It's a lot of nines showing up here energetically. Four of Swords, Three of Swords energies out here. It's like my mama used to say you got life and bullshit fucked up. That's what's on this board. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you know what I mean? You got life and bullshit fucked up. Because, like, you got the money and you should be excited to pay your rent. That's a privilege. And you should go in there like that because that's make the money come back to you. That makes the abundance come back to you and say, oh, yeah, let me you circulate this wealth. Let me you pay this bill that gives me this ability to do this thing, that gives me the ability to do this thing, right? Make this money work for me. You understand what I'm saying? But it feels like a chore almost. You know what I mean? And that is the energy that will deplete the finances. You get to do this for yourself. And if you don't feel like you get to do this for yourself, why does it feel like that? That's what I'm tapped into. Five of Swords. This motherfucking Five of Swords. This motherfucking Five of Swords been hop, skip, jump, chasing the fucking collective. Somebody want to be into it with you. They want to have an intellectual battle of the wits with you. Because they see you, they think you're smart. Maybe they don't like that you're smart aleck, but they definitely can sense your intelligence. And a lot of times people want to debate with people who they feel like will make them look smart too. That's what this feels like to me. And I don't think you play like that. Like, I feel like there's this energy, you know, I don't feel like you compete like that. The idea is to share information in a more healthful way, not to be competitive with it. And these people definitely want to, like, battleship, sink your ship on some shit. Prove you wrong, but they can't prove you wrong by attacking the information. Hello? They try to prove you wrong by attacking your character or some shit like that. Never miss a message for the messenger. They can't prove you wrong by attacking the information. They have to try to attack your character, which is, I think, some CIA ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some CIA, COINTELPRO ass shit. Fuck what this person's saying. Let's attack their character or what they're doing in their personal life so that their information becomes suppressed. Ain't that some fucking CIA COINTELPRO shit? What are you looking for? Oh, they underneath the sink. We up, baby. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Save the best for last, face ass. I could feel the sense of calm coming. Well, yesterday was interesting. Yesterday was crazy. But hey, we here now. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What is the most important message? What is the most important? I want y'all to tell me what yesterday was like for you, okay? Because, bruh, was I tripped? I'm telling you, pay attention to what Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and say the best for last, faith ass. Because when they not, I'm telling you, and it don't matter. And you can tell yesterday, I think it was it water signs who would say the best for last, face ass? And shit was real. People were trying to pull at your emotions and tug at your emotions. Listen, I've been paying attention. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and oh. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Yeah, yeah. You know, see, when you see them two fingers touching. Whoosah. Ace of Pentacles, opportunities for expansion and abundance. Four of Cups energies out here with the King of Wands. The biggest obstacle that you'll face at this time is like discipline is what it feels like. Four of Cups with the King of Wands. Being devoted like showing up at the space and at the time. It's like almost like being scheduled, because the King of Wands has to do with like stepping on their necks and dominating these constraints. Like, you know, like another line of income, another revenue. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that idea that this opportunity, is it really beneficial? Is it something that you actually want? Because if it takes away too much from your time, or if it takes away too much from other aspects of your life that bring you pleasure, is the material gain or whatever worth it? Is this material gain that's coming in your life worth the time that it would cost? That's what this feels like. Fool card energies out here. We've been talking about going on a journey or tripping. Knight of Wands energy is out here with the King of Wands. That's 2 wands and the 4 cups. It's like proper usage of your time. There's something about being disciplined. One of the messages that's been showing up a lot in the collective today has to do with like planning, right? Knowing which way you going. The 4 cups energy is out here, right? Like if you gonna know if this Ace of Pentacles is for you, if it's something that you've been desiring to manifest. Because if this is something that you've been desiring to manifest, you have to ask yourself, where is this energy coming up where all of a sudden here's this opportunity that you've been desiring that shows up in your life, and you say you don't feel like it, you don't want to go, you don't want to do it. This is what I'm tapped into. All of a sudden, the it's crawfish season, and crawfish is in season, and now all of a sudden you don't want none. Wait a minute, what's going on? Is that coming from within you, or is there some type of external entity that's being projected onto you that you need to cleanse from energetically? Some unhealed trauma, unforgiveness, or something that is coming up. Experiences are a catalyst for things that are lying dormant. Yes, and that is that what this is, because you need to be aware. Because I like the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. The Strength card energy is out here, but I do feel like the all of a sudden you don't want to go, and that's crazy. That's what this feels like to me. All of a sudden, you've been working on this, you've been planning for this. Here's the opportunity, and it feels spiritual. It feels like there's a blockage, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome showing up at its finest, and you have a good ass excuse for it, and you better check that shit at the gate. This is what I'm tapped into. 7 of Pentacles energies out here with the Ace of Pentacles. That's 8 Pentacles. You've been putting this motherfucking work. The Strength card is also an 8. There's a lot of momentum behind you. King of Wands energy is out here with the Knight of Wands. You know, you're for once, you're not being underestimated. After all of the times that you were underestimated, people are actually respecting your authority. The Fool card energy is out with the 4 cups. That's fucking spiritual, bitch. That's imposter syndrome, self-sabotage, whatever it is, check that shit at the gate. Because here is this opportunity, and now all of a sudden you don't want it. You're just comfortable. You just want to stay where you are. I don't feel like that's coming from a divine space. The 5 of Pentacles energy is out here, right? There's maturity here. You're grown past these 5 of Pentacles. These things that were supposed to keep you comfortable but never did. You know, that was always in the way. Give me one more card. The 4 of Wands energy is out here. I feel like these experiences are catalysts for things that have been lying dormant in your system for a long time, because you didn't have the emotional, mental, or spiritual capacity to process it. Now you have the capacity to process it. Hierophant energy is in my hand at this time, and he's coming to the surface. And so beautiful, because the opportunities are here. And now you're going to find that self-sabotage showing up. You're going to find unforgiveness showing up. You're going to find imposter syndrome showing up, and you're supposed to say, I deserve this. I put in that motherfucking work. I overcame challenges and circumstances. Listen, what Spirit said, you've done more for less. You've done more for less. So heavy on you deserve this. And why wouldn't you explore this opportunity? And any thought, any excuse that you'll give yourself for not exploring this, you need to check. Sense it. Feel it. Do it show up in your throat? Are you afraid to say something? Does it show up in some other aspect of your body? Do you show up in your hip? Are you afraid to hold something? Does it show up in your foot? Are you afraid to go somewhere? Is this type of energy? Pay attention to it, because these opportunities for expansion are here, and there's a lot of momentum behind you. So listen, deal with the shit that you got to deal with, so you can manifest what you've been visualizing. That's what this feels like to me. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Your rib could be holding, like feeling held back. Cat heart, feeling held back. Cage, rib cage, locked in your heart. I love you, birthday girl. I am so grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. We're doing free readings wherever I decide to go live today. Jalabi. What Jalabi? Thank you, Jalabi. You know I love you. What happened? What she did? I missed it. What you said, Jalabi? I'm sorry, I missed it. You gotta get up, get a happy birthday. D4. Is it Drake? I can't read that because I'm old. Is it Jalabi's birthday? I can't read that. That was all in, what does it say? DR4K edits. Dark edits. Okay, I just had to try. It say dark edits. I think the floor is A. Happy birthday. I don't know what Jalabi did, but thank you. I appreciate it. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I appreciate your time, your energy, the love and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. If you are ever interested in getting a private or personal session, you should check out the website www.tarotondex.com. You can also use the link tree. The link tree is /tarot-on-dex. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose, wholeness, infinite waters flowing through you. Take it easy.